Anxiety actually does not come from the circumstances. The same circumstance, one person is excited, one person is calm, one person is anxious. It's time to present in class. Someone's totally cool about it. Someone's very, very anxious about it. It's not the situation, it's your thoughts about the situation. When I was in school, I would often be invited to speak. My teacher would invite me to speak in front of the assembly. And I noticed that before I would speak, my heart would start beating a little bit faster. And I began to notice that with this heart beating a little bit faster, I can go in two directions. One is I can say, oh my goodness, I'm getting anxious. What's going to happen? What if I forget what I have to say? They'll all laugh at me. Oh my goodness. I can go in that direction. And that same heartbeat can take me in the direction of complete anxiety. Or the heart is beating a little faster. And I'm like, I'm so excited. I can't wait to be in front of all my friends and to share what I have to share with them today. That same feeling can be taken in two directions. It's like the same coin can be twisted in two different directions. So it's not what's happening, it's your thoughts about what is happening. This is very important to recognize. You'll notice when you're anxious, your breath gets affected. You don't breathe deeply enough. You often are breathing very shallow, you're often breathing just to the top. Even your body starts to react, you're not breathing deeply enough. So one very simple antidote to anxiety is purposely start breathing deeper. Start taking deep belly breaths. Breathe all the way down to the belly. If possible, for 6 seconds. Breathing in. Try with me right now. And out. And like this, 6-second breaths have been found to immediately calm your heart rate and to calm your mind. This is one thing that will help. And instead of thinking too much about what will people think of me, what will people think of me, actually people don't care so much about, what you are. What they're interested in, what do you have to offer them. So, to really focus on what am I here to give, as opposed to what will they think of me. This changes the whole energy. What can I bring to this as to what can I get from this? So this is not just to a place where you're performing. Any aspect of your life, ask yourself, what can I bring to this? When you get too hung up on the outcome, that's when the fear comes in, that's when the anxiety comes in, that's when the panic comes in. In our life, we'll have all kinds of outcomes. Sometimes there'll be favorable outcomes, sometimes despite all your best efforts, there'll be unfavorable outcomes. Outcomes are actually never in our hands. Imagine you say that with your friends, we'll only play football if we win. Because if we don't win, then I really can't play football. I'll only play if we win. You'll hardly ever play football because there's no guarantee. Some days you'll win, some days you'll lose. What difference does it make? You'll still have a really good time. So the main point is, whatever you're doing, decide to have a really good time. Don't get so hung up on the outcome. Outcomes will change, and we sometimes think that our life has to be a stream of everything favorable, favorable, favorable. I get what I want, I get what I want, I get what I want. It's not going to happen. You will often not get what you want, and often in not getting what you want, you will learn the most important lessons. We actually grow more in the so-called failures of our life. Because that's when we reflect, what did I do, what did I think, what did I say? I remember when I was preparing for an MBA, we had a mock interview. And just like right now we have a camera, they had a camera there as well. And the camera was recording how we did in that mock interview. So I went, and I tended to be quite confident. So we spoke for about 20 minutes or so, and I thought I answered all the questions really well. So later on they told me that you came across as overconfident. I said, really? Why was I overconfident? So they showed me the video. The whole time I had a kind of a funny grin on my face. And I was kind of leaning back on the chair. And I did not know this. I was not aware of my body language. I was so sure that I gave very good answers. So this example of feedback saying that actually you came across as overconfident, you came across as not very humble, you came across as thinking that you know everything. I didn't realize that. That experience taught me, my body language matters. So that somewhat unpleasant experience telling me that I didn't do so well actually taught me something, taught me to be more aware of my body language. So like this, we'll often learn more from the unpleasant, unwanted, unfavorable, and sometimes so-called failures of our life than we often do from when things go well in our life. When you start thinking like this, you get less afraid. Say, all right, if I get what I want, that's great. If I don't get what I want, that's even better. In Hindi, we say, man chahi ho to acha, na ho to aur bhi acha. This is the perfect antidote for anxiety. You realize everything is happening for my best. Even the so-called difficult experiences are all part of the process. And when you let go of your strong attachment to outcome, Your fear, your anxiety, your dread, your panic immediately reduces. You feel you are always taken care of, and the truth is you are.